The bad news is only bad if you haven't anticipated it. So ask your Professional Solutions Insurance Services agent about insurance that protects and service that matters. Professional Solutions Insurance Services. Good news for businesses of all types and sizes.
And it is time to visit with our friends with Focus on Business from Professional Solutions Insurance Services. This morning we are going to be focusing in on Chauffeurs of Distinction with Tim and Grace Pettit joining us in the studio. Welcome to the show. Thanks for being here.
Thank you very much.
Tim, why don't you tell us a little bit about your company?
Chauffeurs of Distinction was a creature that we thought up about a year ago. Originally, what we were going to do was drive other people's vehicles, offer a chauffeur type of service. Unfortunately, it was cost prohibitive because of insurance and other issues, which led into several people asking if we had a sedan to be able to transport them out. We went into, we bought a sedan, and that led into, do you have something bigger? Which led into our 8-passenger limousine, and then we got into the SUV. Now we've got a 14-passenger limousine bus. So it just kind of it snowballed over the last year.
Kind of evolved.
Yeah, there's your bus there. How many month period of time was this for all this to happen?
We bought the stretch limousine in January 2nd of this year. We bought the current sedan. That's our SUV. We just recently purchased that. That's a Cadillac Escalade ESV.
Yeah.
It's a Platinum Edition. It's got all the bells and whistles, very comfortable to transport.
High class.
That's the sedan, which we actually purchased in February.
That's what, Lincoln?
That's a Lincoln Town Car.
Right.
It's a Cartier. The 10 inches of extra legroom in the back seat, very roomy. Those we primarily use for our airport and executive transportation. And I'll let
I say, obviously you saw a need and you filled it here locally, but what sets your business apart from other places that do transportation such as this?
I think our drivers do. We're very proud of our drivers' records. First of all, I should say that we do thorough background check. We know all of our drivers personally, but we still do a thorough background check. You know, just because you know someone, you don't necessarily know their background. They go through an extensive training program. There's ongoing training. I start with them in the office. We do a little bit of going through the books, you know, what you do on paper, and then Tim takes them, he's excellent, takes them out, shows them the ropes, talks to them about what you do to be the professional chauffeur, and then does a little road test with them. We also make sure they have a certified medical exam, proper supervision, retraining. They are our employees. They're not contracted people. But we have one of our drivers, for example, won the last 2 out of the last 3 years locally, went on nationally for the rodeo for safety. Went on and got 4th place nationally, so we're very proud of that for him. We have a driver who drives an ambulance fire truck in addition to driving for us. We also have a driver who drives wine and beer trucks, you know, another precious cargo.
So people that are familiar with being on the roadways, especially this time of year, if people want to go out and go see holiday lights, you want someone that you can rely on to be on the roads that we're going to be dealing with in the winter season.
That's correct. What we're coming up on now is the holiday light season.
And how long of a tour is that?
We're going to offer 3 to 4 hours difference.
And what does that cost typically for 3 to 4 hours?
Depends upon what unit. If you take the stretch limousine, which is 8-passenger, that's $225 for a 3-hour tour. And then the 14-passenger bus, I believe, is at $450 for a 3-hour. No, $375 for 3 hours. But you can find those.
What a way to go check out the lights and something like that. You can actually get up in that.
Well, what you see on our website and what you see on our Facebook page are actually our vehicles. That is actually our
Those aren't
vehicle.
just stock photos.
Those are not somebody else's photos saying that this is
What you have.
correct.
Important. Now, what else would you use, but beside the lights, what else do people utilize your services for? Maybe concerts or things like that?
Wells Fargo Arena for concerts. Iowa State Fair, we're extremely busy for the concerts down there. We also do a lot of executive transportation. We've got some corporate accounts where airport shuttle, picking people up for going to the airport. That would be more in the SUV or the sedan for the airport type shuttle. Concerts, football games, tailgating. The bus has gone to Iowa City several times.
Oh, it has?
It's gone up to Ames.
We're going to the
Dome tonight for a Dowling game. Taking a group up there.
Now, what does a typical night cost for someone? Say they want to take that one right there. The picture's up on the screen. Say you want to take that vehicle there, that SUV out, and you want to go out for the evening. How many hours is usual a typical evening?
You know, I guess there's not really a typical evening. If you're going for dinner or entertaining an out-of-town client, for example, could be 4 or 5 hours.
Okay, what would that typically cost?
$400. But the advantage to our limousine or our SUV or sedan over somebody else as far as like a taxi or an Uber, we are there for you the entire time. We don't drop you off, go take care of other clients. You rent specifically for that night.
You're hired for that time period.
Yes. So when you're at a restaurant and you're paying your bill, you text the chauffeur, say, I'm paying my bill. When you walk out that door, that vehicle will be outside the door. You just walk right out and get right into it.
Now, if people are interested in utilizing your vehicles, what's the best way to get in contact with you guys?
2 different ways. Right there, 515-993-1996 or chauffeursofdistinction.com.
Okay.
That works. All right, well, Tim and Grace, thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate you stopping by, and best of luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.